Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever felt like the world is going through some major shifts lately? Like hidden truths are kind of bubbling up and the old ways, they just seem to be crumbling. Well, today we're taking a deep dive into some really extraordinary material that speaks right to that feeling. Our source is pretty fascinating. It's an excerpt from a YouTube transcript from GFL Station, apparently, and it features a message from someone identified as Meera of the Pleiadian High Council. So our mission here, really, is to explore this whole concept of Earth's ascension process. The material calls it a cosmic turning point. I want to get into what that means for us personally and, collectively. And there's a big focus on the upcoming August 2nd eclipse. All right, so let's dive into the core idea. The source really emphasizes that Earth is at this a crucial turning point, a big one. And it specifically points to the upcoming August 2nd eclipse as a key part of this shift. According to this message, it's way more than just, an astronomical event we can watch. It's described as a cosmic turning point, one that's actually orchestrated to speed up Earth's ascension. A portal and amplifier, it says, for divine energies coming in.
Yeah, and building on that, the source introduces this idea of accountability light codes. It says these are streaming onto the planet right now during this period. And they're not just abstract concepts, apparently. They carry specific frequencies of truth, transparency, and divine justice.
Okay, frequencies.
Right. And the point is they're illuminating every shadow, speeding up what it calls the Great Awakening on Earth. So the implication is that anything not of the light is being exposed. It has to be addressed.
Exposed, like secrets coming out.
Exactly. Hidden darkness, deception, corruption. It can no longer be swept aside or kept in secret. It's framed as part of a great cleansing, where this old material world, the one built on greed, fear, power over others, it's imploding.
Imploding, wow.
Yeah. And according to Meera, structures, institutions founded on deception, they're collapsing. People who clung to power without love are losing their grip. You see individuals who abused authority being removed or stepping down. That's how the source puts it.
That's a really vivid picture of massive change. So these codes, are they something we're supposed to feel personally? Or is it more like an underlying energy shift that just happens, affecting things whether we notice or not?
Well, the source presents them more as that underlying energetic force, but their effects can definitely be felt in the changes speeding up around us, both personally and globally.
Okay. And the source also mentioned we're not going through this alone, right? There's help.
That's right, yeah. Meera talks about vast legions of light, celestial warriors of the Creator's plan.
Celestial warriors?
They're described as being fully engaged in this process, working alongside humanity. Their goal, it says, is to ensure justice and balance are restored. And they apparently will stop at nothing until the last vestiges of darkness are cleared from this world. It's quite dramatic language.
Like a cosmic cleanup crew, almost.
You could say that. And the advice for us, for you listening, observe these changes with compassion and steadiness. Even if some truths coming out now are, shocking or difficult to accept, the message is clear. Their unveiling is necessary for true healing and liberation.
It really does sound like this huge cosmic upheaval playing out everywhere. But let's bring it back down to Earth. To us, to the individual. As these energies get more intense, what does it actually mean for our personal journey? How do we, navigate this next phase of ascension day to day?
Right. And the source gives a very clear pointer here. It says service is the #1 thing for the Starseed ground crew to focus on.
Starseed ground crew. Can you unpack that term a little?
Sure. In this context, starseeds are believed to be souls who've come from other star systems or dimensions, incarnated here on Earth specifically to help with this shift, this ascension process. The ground crew doing the work here.
Got it. And service is their key.
Yes. Described literally as the golden key to your upliftment into higher dimensions.
Okay, service as the golden key. That sounds significant. But I wonder, for listeners, what does that practically look like, especially in a world that often seems to push personal gain above all else? How does the source define service here?
That's a really important point. The source draws a distinction. It explains that in higher realms, higher dimensions, or vibrational states, life is just oriented differently. It's about serving the greater good, serving love, serving the Creator, and serving all beings.
Yeah.
And for these starseeds, that impulse is supposedly built in.
Yeah.
It's in your very soul.
So it's a natural inclination for some people.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
And the benefits of choosing to serve others before yourself, they're highlighted as quite significant. It aligns you with the Creator's plan, taps into unity and generosity, and it greatly accelerates your ascension. Basically, it helps you move beyond the small ego self, as it calls it, and into your divine self-wisdom.
And practically, what does that look like?
Oh, it can be very simple things. Offering a comforting word, setting a healing intention, maybe sharing your skills, or just saying a sincere prayer for someone in need. Little acts. And the Source emphasizes this principle. By giving, you also receive. It's reciprocal.
That feels like a really deep shift, not just in action, but in perspective too. So as we go through this ascension, how do our relationships change, our connections with others? That's so fundamental to being human.
It is, and the Source contrasts the old and new ways here too. It talks about the old paradigm, linking it to 3D consciousness, lower vibration, ego, lack, that sort of thing.
Right.
In that old way, relationships were often based on needs, expectations, or trying to fill an inner void. Looking for someone else to complete them.
Yeah, that sounds familiar for many, I think.
But the new paradigm, linked to 5D higher vibration, unity, love, wholeness, it's different. True fulfillment comes from first reconnecting with the Creator's love within yourselves. So when you are already whole and infinitely loved, then you approach relationships differently.
How?
You enter relationships from a state of fullness, ready to share and give love. They become unions, where two whole beings join together to complement and uplift each other, not to use each other.
That sounds healthier, more balanced.
Definitely. It leads to relationships becoming more authentic and compassionate, more listening, less demanding. It also helps heal old emotional wounds, the Source suggests. And it notes that some current relationships will rise to this new level, while others, well, they may gently fade or fall away.
Okay, that makes sense within this framework. And then the Source brings up something really specific and intriguing, twin flames. Meera defines a twin flame as your divine counterpart, the mirror of your soul in complementary form. That's quite a definition. And it says when they unite, they create this powerful force field of light, becoming a single radiant pillar of divine love.
Wow, basically channeling more Creator energy together.
Exactly. It's presented as a very powerful union. But there's a catch, or maybe a paradox, in how you reunite.
Oh, what's that?
According to this message, the guidance is actually to stop searching for them. Stop searching? That seems counterintuitive.
It does. But the advice is to seek the Creator first. Focus on your own spiritual growth in your service to the light. The real goal is described as inner union.
Inner union?
Yeah, like a sacred marriage of your own masculine and feminine aspects within your heart. Balancing those energies inside yourself. And this surrender of the chase, this focus inward, creates an inner alignment, which, the Source says, can magnetize your twin flame to you in divine timing, not forcing it.
Huh. So it's about becoming whole yourself first, not finding someone else to make you whole.
Precisely. And crucially, the purpose when reunion does happen isn't just personal happiness. It's intended for holy service. That service theme again.
That's a profound way to look at it. So much focus on personal transformation. But what about everyone else? The people around us who might not be on the same page, not waking up at the same speed. How does the Source suggest we handle those differences, especially with all this collective shift happening?
That's where compassion comes in, really strongly. The Source is quite clear. Not everyone awakens at the same pace. And, importantly, that is all right.
Okay, so no judgment.
Right. It urges us to release any urge to save others or to judge those who have not yet remembered their light. Instead, the instruction is quite beautiful, I think. Simply stand as a lighthouse of unconditional love, shining for all to see.
A lighthouse.
Yeah. Your very presence and example will do far more to inspire awakening than any amount of words or persuasion. So if you meet people who are in fear or ignorance, the advice is meet them with kindness and empathy. Offer a listening ear and a loving heart, but do not force your truth upon anyone. Respect their path.
That's a gentler approach. It also feels like time itself is speeding up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Events unfolding faster.
The Source actually addresses that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says, this feeling is part of moving out of linear time and into the fluid flow of higher dimensional existence. Time becoming less rigid.
Wow, okay. And connected to this acceleration, what about disclosure? That comes up a lot in these kinds of messages.
It does. The Source gives a perspective on galactic family disclosure. It states quite directly that disclosure of the truth about your galactic family is underway, and that the time approaches when we will be able to interact openly with humanity.
Openly, like face to face.
That's what it says. It notes that people are gradually opening to the idea of us, their star family from the skies. And the promise is, we will meet you face to face, eventually sharing advanced technologies and wisdom.
Okay, that's a lot to take in. Galactic family, disclosure, accelerating time. With all these huge shifts happening both out there and inside us, let's get really practical again, especially with that August 2nd eclipse coming up, which the source flags as so important. How can we best prepare ourselves? How can you listening best prepare to receive these potent energies?
Right, practical steps. The source gives some very concrete advice here. The reasoning is that by being grounded, clear, and open in advance, you will be able to absorb more of the beneficial energies and experience less overwhelm. Makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Less rocky integration. So what are the steps?
Okay, first, ground and center. Spend time connecting with the earth. Like walk barefoot on the ground, earthing, sit under a tree, or even just take moments to breathe deep and visualize roots going down. Simple stuff.
Grounding. Got it. What's next?
Second, quiet the mind. Find moments of stillness each day leading up to it. Meditation, deep breathing, whatever works for you.
Okay, stillness.
Third, set clear intentions. The eclipse is framed as a reset point, so reflect. What do you want to release? Old habits, fears, hurts? Write them down maybe.
Yep.
And what do you want to invite in? Love, clarity, abundance. Be clear about it.
Intentions make sense for a portal time. Number 4.
Fourth, practice physical self-care. Seems obvious, but important. Prioritize rest, good sleep. Stay hydrated, lots of water. Eat nourishing foods, maybe some gentle movement like yoga or walking. Treat your body well.
Good reminder. Physical vessel needs care. Okay, 5th.
Fifth, allow emotional release. If old stuff comes up, emotions, memories, let them flow. No judgment. Journaling, crying, talking to a friend, whatever helps you process. This clearing is making space for more light.
Letting go to make space. And last one.
Finally, sixth, connect with spirit. Deepen your relationship with your higher self, guides, whatever that means for you. Prayer, calling in angels or star family, group meditation. Strengthen that connection.
Okay, connect.
And the overall message is reassuring. The goal of these energies is to uplift and empower you. By flowing with them, you're co-creating your next leap in consciousness.
Wow. What an incredible journey this deep dive has been, really, from, these huge cosmic events and accountability codes, all the way down to really personal transformation, how our relationships might evolve, and ending with these very practical steps for preparing for these intense new energies like around the eclipse. It really does reinforce that idea from the source material that you listening are actively creating a miraculous new world, and that maybe, just maybe, miracles are becoming the norm.
Absolutely. And there's a final thought from the source that really stands out for me. It tells the listener, tells you, that you are the next wave of Earth government and leaders of the light shift here to anchor the highest light.
Wow, that's quite a statement. Leaders of the light shift.
It is. So, as you continue on this path, maybe consider, what does that truly mean for you? To be a beacon of light in a world going through such profound transformation. And how do your personal choices ripple out, not just for your life, but maybe for the whole world, and even beyond?
A powerful thought indeed, something to definitely sit with as we wrap up this deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep shining your own unique light. We'll catch you on the next one.